yield for questions.
Yes, I will.
The gentleman yields for questions.
Mr. Spiller, I want to just ask you some legislative intent questions. Under your bill, if the federal government says that they're no longer going to use or they will eliminate the warrant service officer model or jail enforcement model, will the local sheriffs have the discretion to choose the model if that happens?
Well, currently, even without this bill, counties have the option to participate in one or more of the different models. We have a number of counties that are already doing that. That will continue. Under this bill, they would contract for a particular model, and that's the only thing that they're obligated to do under that agreement.
So I'm just asking you because I was asked to ask this, but so in the question of under your bill, with your understanding of this bill, if the federal government says we're no longer going to use the warrant service officer model or the jail enforcement model, are sheriffs free to choose the model that they want?
I think the sheriffs, number one, as I've said, they're free to do that anyway if they choose to do that voluntarily under the existing system. But what they contract with, if they quit offering that model, then they're no longer obligated under that particular model.
So I understand your answer to be yes. Is that correct?
Well, if you'll repeat the question, I can tell
Again,
you it's yes.
If the federal government says they are no longer going to use the warrant service officer model or the jail enforcement model, then the sheriff of that county would be free to choose the model that they want to use under this law.
Well, it depends. I believe the answer generally is yes, but I think it depends, because it depends if the entire program is going to continue, and under your scenario, if they're going to participate, assuming your question makes several assumptions, assuming that the program continues, but under your question, the warrant service model goes away, the jail enforcement model goes away. By definition, the only thing left is the task force model. Are they obligated to do that? No, but I don't think that's very likely, because that's not really the goal and the function of what we're trying to achieve, and I don't think it's necessarily the focus of what the federal government's trying to achieve as far as partnering with local law enforcement and primarily in an in-jail model, which is what both of those under the warrant service and the jail enforcement model promote.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker. Sure. Mr. Speaker, I ask to move to reduce the writing place and journal the discussions on this bill.
Members, you've heard the motion. Is there objection? The chair hears none. So ordered.
I'd move to adopt the conference committee report.